Okay, here the point about which the motion of the circular motion is considered is say O. That O is outside the circular path. It is not exactly at the center of the circular path. Here, in this case, the motion of the circular motion is considered about the center of the circular path only. That's why linear speed is equal to, we got this one. Linear velocity also same, because when motion is considered about this point, theta is equal to 0. When theta is equal to 0, definitely you'll get V is equal to R omega. Suppose if the motion of the circular motion is considered about the point O. Okay, in that case, suppose at any instant of time, the body lies at the point A while moving along the circular path with angular velocity omega. Okay, then radius of the circular path is equal to this one, that is say R dash, about the point O dash. The position vector of the particle about the point O is equal to say R bar. This is R bar. The position vector of this particle about the point O lies outside, but the line about which the body rotates is called axis of rotation. Here, the point about which the circular motion is considered lies on the axis of rotation. So about that point O, the position vector of the particle while making circular motion is equal to R bar. Here, the angle between the position vector of the particle and this axis of rotation, that is say theta. Okay, now according to the formula, what is the linear speed of the particle? Linear speed is along tangential direction, but within the plane of the circular path. So that speed is say V. According to this formula we got. Then about this O dash, what is the linear speed? About this O dash, what is the linear speed? Linear speed V is equal to R dash into omega, no? Linear speed V is equal to R dash into omega, because according to this formula, linear speed of the particle about the center as O here and here O dash. Linear speed of the particle about the point O dash is equal to R into radius of the circular path R dash into angular velocity of the body is say omega. Okay, now from the diagram, what about R dash? Because R dash is not given, only R is given. How we can write? This is equal to, from the diagram you see, if it is R bar, that means magnitude of this R bar is equal to R only. Then their component opposite to this angle is equal to R sin theta, no? This is R sin theta. Therefore, instead of R dash, you write R sin theta into omega. Therefore, V is equal to omega R sin theta. Okay, now here when the body travel along the circular path, the angular velocity of the body is always along the axis of rotation. When the body move along the circular path, the angular velocity is always along the axis of rotation. That means along this direction. That's why angular velocity is called a pseudo vector or axial vector. Already I said in vectors, every physical quantity related to rotatory motion is an axial vector or pseudo vector. Angular velocity, angular displacement, angular acceleration, torque, moment of inertia, angular displacement, torque, all these are formulas related to circular motion. So all these lies along the axis of rotation. That's why they are called axial vector. So angular velocity is also axial vector. That axial vector lies along the axis of rotation like this. So this theta is the angle between omega bar and R bar, no? Theta is the angle between angular velocity and here the angular velocity is in this direction. And it is theta is the angle between angular velocity and position vector. Okay. So theta is the angle between omega and R. That's why this can be written like this, no? This omega R sin theta can be written as omega bar cross R bar. Is there any difference? If I write omega R sin theta as mod omega bar cross R bar, omega bar cross R bar means it is the cross product or vector product. How we can write that? Omega bar cross R bar modulus is equal to omega R sin theta only, no? That's why this can be written like this. Okay. Here this also we can write like this. V bar mod. V bar mod means magnitude of this one. So this V can be written like this. Now you remove moduli on both sides. Then V bar is equal to, we can write omega bar cross R bar, no? This is the formula for linear velocity of the body in terms of angular velocity in vector form. From this, what is the direction of that angular velocity? What is the direction of angular velocity? What is the direction of the linear velocity? No doubt, angular velocity is along the axis of rotation. Angular velocity is along the axis of rotation. Axis of rotation means the angular velocity may lie along this direction or along this direction, which is correct. So in order to know them, as the linear speed according to right hand thumb rule, the direction of v bar can be had by right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Here, the linear velocity direction can be had by using right hand thumb rule. How? Here, you see, whenever the body travel along the circular path, no doubt at this point the linear speed or velocity is along tangential direction. Now, what is the direction of angular velocity? So you see, omega bar cross r bar direction. In order to know them, first you keep right hand thumb and remaining fingers perpendicular to each other. You keep this remaining fingers along the direction of first vector omega bar. Okay, like this. Then you curl these fingers along the direction of second vector r bar, means like this. Here r bar like this. Then thumb is inverse, means the velocity of this body at this point is inverse. That is true only, no? That is correct only, no? That means whenever you take the velocity in inverse direction, then the angular velocity is in this direction. That's why angular velocity is in upward direction, linear velocity is inverse, and position vector is in this direction. So in vector form, the linear velocity can be written like this. So some note points we have to, it comes in electromagnetism. Of course, in various cases, it will come. Okay, in electromagnetism also it comes. So here, suppose angular velocity we have taken, no doubt angular velocity is the axial vector that is along axis of rotation. The angular velocity either lies along this direction or along this direction. Okay, suppose we have considered angular velocity is in this direction. Angular velocity is in this direction. Okay, you imagine if angular velocity is in this direction, then if the linear velocity is definitely inverse, then that is correct. If angular velocity is in this direction, then by right hand thumb rule, if you apply here, the linear velocity you will get in this direction. So if angular velocity is in this direction, is the linear velocity direction inverse is correct or not? We have to check, because omega bar cross r bar is equal to v bar, means definitely v bar lies perpendicular to the plane containing omega bar and r bar, because cross product between two vectors gives a bar cross b bar is equal to another vector c bar. C bar lies perpendicular to the plane containing a bar and b bar, we know. Okay, so here no doubt v bar lies perpendicular plane containing omega bar and r bar. You see, suppose omega bar is along axis of rotation. This is the axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. Okay, here this axis of rotation and position vector of the particle both lies within the plane of the board. Definitely velocity is perpendicular to this plane containing omega bar and r bar. That means inverse. Is it inverse or outwards? That can be had by using this right hand thumb rule according to this formula. So suppose if omega bar is correct in this direction, then velocity direction must be inverse. Is it correct or not? We have to check. You keep the right hand thumb and the remaining fingers perpendicular to each other. Okay, next, you in this cross product, as omega bar is in the direction of omega bar, first you keep these fingers. Okay, then you curl these fingers along the direction of r bar. Then thumb is inverse, no? Thumb is inverse means the linear velocity of the rotating body is inverse. Inverse means, you see, at this point the velocity of the body is inverse only, no? That's why angular velocity direction which is taken along this direction is correct. Suppose if thumb is outwards, in such case angular velocity is in opposite direction. As we got the same inverse direction only, this is true. Okay, in this way, by right hand thumb rule, we can find the direction of the linear velocity or angular velocity. Okay, next, suppose when the body travel along the circular path here, if the linear speed gradually increases, for example, you switch on the fan, then the thumb rule. Okay, here according to right hand thumb rule, a bar cross b bar is equal to c bar. In vectors, we have that formula. A bar cross b bar is equal to c bar. We know c bar lies perpendicular to the plane containing a bar and b bar. Likith asked once again this point. Here he asked the right hand thumb rule again. I want to explain again how we can apply the right hand thumb rule. Okay, right here, according to right hand thumb rule, cross product between the two vectors is this one, isn't it? So we have to know the cross product of the two vectors, direction of cross product of the two vectors. That is our aim. Okay, now suppose A bar cross B bar is there. A bar cross B bar is equal to C bar. The direction of C bar is perpendicular to A bar and B bar. And perpendicular to A bar B bar means, suppose A bar B bar are like this. Then perpendicular to A bar B bar means that lies in this upward direction or downward direction, which is correct. So right hand thumb rule we have to apply. Here also there is a cross product between omega bar and R bar. Okay, definitely V bar lies perpendicular to omega bar and R bar. Here you see, so no doubt in case of circular motion, the angular velocity is along axis of rotation, that is fixed. Okay, R bar is, this is also fixed at this instant. Then omega bar and R bar both lies within the plane of the board. Within the plane of the board. Omega bar, R bar both lies within the plane of the board. Then linear velocity V bar must be perpendicular to the plane containing omega bar and R bar means it must be perpendicular to the plane of the board. Perpendicular to plane of the board means that may be outwards or inwards. That may be outwards or inwards. Which direction is correct? Which direction is correct? Okay. So here you apply the right hand thumb rule. According to right hand thumb rule, you see right hand thumb and remaining fingers. You held these two are perpendicular to each other. You held these two. 1 minute. Okay. So here, so according to right hand thumb rule, you keep the thumb and remaining fingers perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now, first you have to keep these fingers along the direction of first vector in the cross product. That means omega bar. Suppose we imagined omega bar in this direction. Is it correct or not? We have to check in this direction. Then you curl these fingers towards the R bar. R bar means in this direction. So you curl in this direction. Then in which direction thumb lies? Thumb lies inwards. That is the direction of the velocity V bar there. Inwards means here velocity is inwards only, no? So this is correct. Suppose if the body rotates like this, then at this point the linear velocity is outwards. In such case, if you take the angular velocity omega bar in this direction, then you will get inwards only. That is not correct. That's why you take angular velocity in this direction. When you take angular velocity in downwards direction, then you keep the fingers along the direction of first vector means downwards. Then you curl these fingers along the direction of R bar. Then thumb lies outwards. That's why linear velocity at this point is outwards. In that way, we have to say. Okay. Okay, Likith. Right. Okay, next. Suppose when the body moving along the circular path, if the linear speed of the circular path gradually increases. For example, you switch on the fan. You switch on the fan. If the linear, okay, we have to explain one more point also here. Some note point. Some note point we have to discuss later. We will discuss that example of fan. Note points. One, angular velocity of seconds hand in a watch. Angular velocity of seconds hand in a watch. Angular velocity of the seconds hand in a watch. Angular velocity means no doubt angular displacement by time taken. Okay. So what is the angular velocity of the seconds hand in a watch? What is the angular velocity of seconds hand in a watch? Whenever the seconds hand in a watch complete one rotation, what is the angular displacement of the seconds hand? When seconds hand in a watch completes one rotation, then what is the angular displacement of the seconds hand in a watch? That is 2 pi radians. What is the time taken for that to complete one rotation by seconds hand? 60 seconds. That's why Whenever the second hand completes one rotation, angular displacement is 2 pi radian by time taken is equal to 60 seconds. That's why angular velocity of the second hand is equal to 230 are. So pi by 30 radian per second. This is the angular velocity of the second hand. Similarly, what is the angular velocity of rotation of the earth about its polar axis? What is the angular velocity of rotation of the earth about the polar axis? About the polar axis, time taken by the earth to complete one rotation is equal to how much? Time taken by the earth to complete one rotation about its polar axis or about its own axis is how much? 365 days. Time taken by the earth to complete one rotation about its own axis is 24 hours. Around the sun, 365 days. Okay. So here, so second one, angular velocity of rotation of the earth about its own axis or polar axis. Own axis or polar axis. Because earth rotates about an axis passing through two poles of the earth. Okay, very good. Two poles of the earth. That's why that is called polar axis. Okay. Therefore, the angular velocity of rotation of the earth about the polar axis omega is equal to, when earth completes one rotation about the polar axis, angular displacement theta, time taken is t. So whenever the earth completes one rotation, angular displacement is 2 pi by time taken is equal to 24 hours. Means we have to substitute in seconds, 24 hours into 60 minutes, because for 1 hour that is equal to 60 minutes, but time must be in seconds. So 24 into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Okay, therefore omega is equal to 22 pi by 24 into 60 gives what? 86,400. No, 86,400. So 86,400, that much radian per second. This is the angular velocity of rotation of the earth about its own axis. What is the angular velocity of minutes hand? Angular velocity of minutes hand in a watch. Minutes hand in a watch. Tell me, what is the angular velocity of the minutes hand in a watch? Angular velocity of minutes hand in a watch. Here, here angular displacement of the minutes hand when it completes one rotation is equal to 2 pi radians by time taken by the minutes hand to complete one rotation is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, that's why 60 minutes. But time must be in seconds. That's why 60 minutes into each minute is equal to 60 seconds. That's why this one. So this is equal to 2 pi by, therefore angular velocity is equal to 2 pi by 3600 radian per second. This is the angular velocity of the minutes hand. In this way, we can write angular velocity of the hours hand, angular velocity of rotation of the earth around the sun also we can write. Angular velocity of rotation of the earth around the sun. Angular velocity of rotation of earth about sun or around the sun. Around the sun. Omega is equal to, formula is theta by t only. When earth completes one rotation around the sun, almost all you take earth travel along the circular path around the sun. You just imagine, that's not exactly, of course it travel along the elliptical path around the sun. Suppose if it is rotating along the circular path around the sun, then when it completes one rotation around the sun, angular displacement is 2 pi radians by time taken to complete one rotation. Time taken to complete one rotation is equal to 1 year. That means 365 days into each day is equal to 24 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. This much radian per second. This is the angular velocity of rotation of the earth around about the sun. Okay, then 2 pi by, suppose if you multiply this one, somebody got that result. 3 is 1, 2, okay, 6, 7 something. Approximately you will get, approximately we will get 3 into 10 power of 7 seconds. That much radian per second. We can write 1 year means approximately 3 into 10 power of 7 seconds. 1 year is equal to approximately 3 into 10 power of 7 seconds. 1 year is equal to approximately, I think Okay, 3 into 10 to the power of approximately, of course, you will get 3.1 into 10 to the power of 7. You will get 1 year is equal to approximately, you will get 3.1 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. You will get that 3.1 can be treated as 3. So 3 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. Since 1 year is nearly equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. That's why 2 pi by 365 days means 365 days or 1 year means 3 into 10 to the power of 7 seconds. That much radian per second is the angular velocity of rotation of the earth about the sun. Okay. Next, linear velocity of the tip of the seconds hand. Here you see, in this only, suppose this is a watch. It is the seconds hand. Here this is the tip. Whenever the needle seconds hand rotates like this, then what is the linear speed of the tip of the seconds hand about center O? The length of the seconds hand is say L. Then linear velocity of seconds hand, tip of the seconds hand. Linear velocity of tip of the seconds hand. Tip of seconds hand. Comma V is equal to linear velocity is equal to r omega. No, r means radius of the circular path of tip of the seconds hand. That is equal to length of the seconds hand only. That is equal to L into angular velocity of the seconds hand omega. L into what is the angular velocity of seconds hand? Pi by 30. So pi by 30. That much here. Suppose if you express this length in meter, then meter per second you will get. If you express this length in centimeter, then centimeter per second you will get. Suppose L is in meter, then it gives in meter per second. In this way, we can find that linear velocity of the seconds hand, tip of the seconds hand. Suppose if you take the midpoint, then the whenever the seconds hand rotates like this, then radius of the midpoint of the seconds hand means that is equal to half of the length of the seconds hand. That's why L by 2 we have to write. That gives the linear velocity of the midpoint of the seconds hand. So whenever the linear velocity of the midpoint of the second hand they asked, then what is the radius of circular path of the midpoint of the second hand means that is equal to half of the length of the second hand. That's why instead of r we had to write r L by 2. Of course, it is the linear velocity of the second hand. Okay. Next, angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is represented with alpha. So what is the angular acceleration? Suppose when the body travel along the circular path, if angular velocity continuously varies with the time, then rate in a dt seconds, the change in angular velocity is d omega. Then change in angular velocity per second means d omega by dt. That is called angular acceleration. That means the rate of d omega by dt is called rate of change in the angular velocity. That means rate of change, the change in angular velocity per second is called rate of change in angular velocity, which is equal to d omega by dt. That is called the angular acceleration. Average angular acceleration means average, it is the instantaneous angular acceleration because time interval is very small. Instantaneous angular acceleration. Instantaneous angular acceleration. Okay, average acceleration, average angular acceleration. Alpha average is equal to total change in angular velocity. That means omega 2 minus omega 1 by total time t2 minus t1. This is the average angular acceleration. That is average angular acceleration. Okay. Now, this is average angular acceleration. Okay. Next, suppose if the angular velocity goes on changes or goes on increase, then that rotating body is said to be having positive angular acceleration. If the angular velocity goes on decrease, that is having negative angular acceleration. Okay. Suppose one body, one example we have to discuss, or note point we have to discuss. Note point. Suppose initially whenever the body is at A, the initial angular velocity is omega naught. Then the body travel with constant angular acceleration alpha. Constant angular acceleration alpha. Definitely their angular velocity goes on increase, and after it displaces an angle theta, the angular velocity of the body becomes say omega after a time t seconds. Then what is the relation among them? Okay, to obtain the relation, you see angular acceleration alpha is equal to d omega by dt, or d omega is equal to alpha into dt. You integrate on both sides. Here, the body travel with constant angular acceleration in anti-clockwise direction. That means in this direction. This direction is called anti-clockwise direction or counter-clockwise direction. This direction is called clockwise direction because along which direction the needles rotates, that is the clockwise direction. If you consider the rotation opposite direction to that of the needles in a clock, that is called anti-clockwise direction or counter-clockwise direction. Okay. Suppose if the body rotates in counterclockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, in such case, it rotates with constant angular velocity, alpha. Okay, but we know alpha is equal to d omega by dt, now according to this formula, then d omega is equal to alpha into dt. Now, but we have to obtain what is the angular velocity of the body at any instant of time t. For that, you integrate them. Then what are the limits? At t is equal to 0, because alpha is constant, so it is integral dt. We have to write the time limits only, we have to write the time limits only. Here from this, d omega is equal to alpha into dt. Now integrate on both sides. What are the limits? As alpha is constant, we can write alpha outside also. Therefore, integral d omega is equal to alpha into dt. As we are integrating with respect to time limits you write. Here, angular velocity of the body when t is equal to 0. That means when motion is considered is this one. At a time t, angular velocity is omega. That's why at t is equal to 0, as the angular velocity is omega, here we have to write omega naught. Because integral d omega, that means we are integrating with respect to angular velocity. That's why angular velocity limits are to be noted. At t is equal to 0, initial angular velocity omega naught. At a time t, the angular velocity is omega. Okay. Now you do integration. What is integral d omega? Yeah. All equations of motion kinematics are applicable here also. Whenever alpha is constant, we can apply. Very good. Yeah. Integral d omega means omega. Limits omega naught to omega. Just I will derive one formula. Then we can write like this only. Okay. That is equal to alpha into integral dt means t. Limits is 0 to t. Now you substitute upper limit. Instead of omega, you substitute upper limit. Before substituting lower limit, you have to put minus sign. Instead of omega, you substitute omega naught is equal to alpha into, when you substitute the limits, you will get t only, then omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. This is the first equation of motion in rotative motion. Just like v is equal to u plus at. In kinematics, we are having v is equal to u plus at, Here angular velocity, in kinematics linear velocity, both are same. In kinematics velocity, in rotative motion angular velocity, both are similar terms. In kinematics linear acceleration or simply acceleration. In rotative motion angular acceleration, both are same. Here it is the initial velocity. It is the initial angular velocity. Both are same. Next, in another equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square now. Suppose first we have to write the angular displacement theta. Here when the body completes one rotation, what is the angular displacement? When the body completes one rotation, what is the angular displacement? 2 pi radians. If it completes n rotations, what is the angular displacement? 2 pi into n. That's why total angular displacement is equal to 2 pi into n, we can write. Okay. Now, we know s is equal to ut plus half at square is there. The similar formula in rotative motion is, tell me, the similar formula in circular motion. In translative motion or in translative motion or in kinematics, s means linear displacement. In case of rotative motion, it is the angular displacement. Here initial velocity there. Here initial angular velocity omega naught into t plus half linear acceleration there. Here it is angular acceleration alpha into t square. This is the, here theta can be written as 2 pi into n, 2 pi into capital N. Okay. Next, v square minus u square is equal to 2s formula there, no? Now you tell me, it is the final velocity in kinematics, but final angular velocity here, omega square, minus initial velocity means here initial angular velocity you had to write 2 into linear acceleration there. Here angular acceleration. S means theta. Theta means of course 2 pi r. This is the, these all equations are holds good whenever the angular acceleration is constant. Here alpha is constant. In such case only all these formulas are applicable. These are called equations of motion in rotative motion. Equations of motion in rotative motion. Similarly, the angular displacement of the body in nth second is equal to, generally the linear displacement of the particle in nth second is equal to Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. No, Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. Similarly, in rotative motion, angular displacement of the body in nth second is equal to initial velocity means here initial angular velocity plus linear acceleration means angular acceleration into n minus half. Same can be written like this. So these round of equations are the equations of motion in rotatory motion. I think you followed this one. You followed this one. Okay, time is 5:07. Okay, I will stop. Tomorrow I will continue. Okay, thank you. Now, thank you for your patience. That spirit I need from you. I'm expecting from you because you spend extra time also. That's very, very good. I will upload in the YouTube also. If anybody else are absent, you inform them to see that one so that tomorrow, for tomorrow's class, they will be ready. Okay. Right, Anna. I'm signing out. Have a nice day.